When I blow into this flute, I'm not just making music. I'm telling a story that began thousands of years ago. When I was 13 years old, I picked up the flute. I didn't know it then, but the simple bamboo tube would become my lifelong companion. I discovered that music is not just something to you hear, it is something you breathe. But then something happened that changed me forever. A fire accident destroyed all my flutes. Imagine losing your voice overnight. I was broken. But my mother gave me courage. She said, "Don't give up. Reinvent yourself and remember, God is good." And so I did. That one small spark became a fire that has carried me through more than 23,000 songs of work across the cultures. Later, I played number of whatever I play that became hit, started becoming hit. So one of them is as a glimpse, I just played this one. During my childhood, in my school days, me and my brother used to play in our little orchestra, but the whole burden of music was on my shoulder. With very limited resource, we just used to have a Casio. At the same time, I used to imitate tones like vibraphone, like portamento, and nasal flute. I used to think that like that. What I'm saying is, What the music or what makes the flute so magical? Every culture has every culture has its own version. The principle is same to breathe, but each has a different mouth hole. Like Bansuri, we have a round shape, and this one is Algoza. This has a very tiny cat. This one is a colonial flute. Can play with this. Likewise, we have Rajasthani flutes. Like that, the idea of the flute is universal, but the expression is cultural. So that same tiny hole makes difference. The same Bansuri hole makes difference, and the same Colombian tone. This all depends on the mouth hole, you know. So I'm not worried whether I play Hindustani or Carnatic. What I love is soulful music, music that resonates with my own universe. So I cultivated my own interest in doing experiments, tradition and technology. In the 1980s, we used to have only one stereo. Now we have Dolby Atmos and multi-track recording. This revolution gave the flute new opportunities, new ideas. Earlier, music was a single voice. Now I can record myself many times, creating harmony, counter melodies, and rhythm. Earlier, music was a single voice. Now I can record myself many times, creating harmony, counter melodies, and rhythm. In film song like Duma Chale, Margari Puve, you can hear the Bansuri transformed into cinematic and international sound. Do you know this song? It's very famous daughter. You know, if you go to Tirupati, you can hear all these things. Like that. The transformation is different, you know. My first experiment was the Chinese flute made with an onion peel. The crazy idea became the seed of new invention. Chinese flute is nothing different than the Indian bansuri. This has a hole here. And what I did is I took a onion. There will be a small fine layer on top of the onion. So in my early stage, like the school days I'm talking about. So I took that layer and I put in the book. And after get dried, I used to put little water, and that has a sweet portion. So I adapted here. So it sounds like this. Oh, unfortunately, that got tear. And yeah, we have little chota chota accidents over here. I'll, yeah, you can see by, all these things on YouTube. Of course, I can experiment on this. Okay. Likewise, I designed some more different flutes like reed pipe and Naveen flute and glass flute and Anglo flute, harmonica flute. It's very simple. A simple idea. And I made Quail Bonsuri. Quail Bonsuri is very interesting. The flute is there. This portion, everybody left, basically. But what I did, I made a bowl here on top of it. And when you play here, you can make like a quail, small bird thing, and Bonsuri you can play. It's called Quail Bonsuri. Unfortunately, that thing is not worked today. And that is the reason I'm not able to explain it. But otherwise, I could have played maybe next time. No worries. So this has connected through the processing unit, and that will give the looper, and I can manipulate into different type of tones. You know, Naveen flute has strings inside the bamboo. When I play, the vibrate and create sympathetic vibration. The vibration can be processed into audio MIDI. It is an experiment. And ancient bamboo bansuri controlling modern digital sound is a game. What began as a tragedy became the doorway to invention. I learned this tradition and innovation are not enemies, they are partners. The past is not something to abandon, it's something to transform. If you are willing to play with heart, to breathe your soul into your art, your voice will travel further than you ever imagined. Finally, I'll play a glimpse of my own composition. Thank you so much, IIT Patna and TEDx, for this opportunity. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. You've done a great effort. And IIT partner, you rock.